What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Fourth and Wrong podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Marshall, along with Colin, Dallas, and Donnie. It is record predictions week. We are 4 weeks out from the start of the NFL season. It is slowly upon us. We are going through preseason right now. Week 1 of preseason just wrapped up, which we might cover a little bit of, but there's not too much. Preseason isn't something where we're actually going to sit here and analyze everything because we know it is just preseason. So we can talk a little bit about how Shedeur looked good and him this and that looked good. Prayers up to Maurice Norris as he took a brutal hit in the Lions-Falcons preseason game, but they did say that he has been moving, talking. He is on the road to recovery. It looks like he will be okay. Very scary situation and very sad, especially for someone who is trying to make their name known in a preseason game. So you know that this is really all they've got, and it's their last ditch. But after this week, we will be taking one more week off, and then we are back to week uploads, giving you our week-to-week predictions and all other kinds of stuff. This week, we are going to do our full season NFL predictions, along with playoffs and who we have winning the Super Bowl. Next week will be every award that is announced at the end of the NFL season. We will be giving our predictions and then just wrapping up some things before we head into week 1 the following week. So anyways, all of us spent a little bit of time. Some of us rushed in the last second to get all of our predictions for the NFL season, going game by game, so we actually get it correct, not just going, I think it'll be this, and this, because obviously that is inaccurate and not straight up. So we went on an app, game by game, and then we went into the playoffs and with the seeding and all that. So we'll all take turns doing that. Obviously, I mean, there's not much else we could really talk about in terms of the preseason. Shedeur looked good for his preseason debut. That looked good. Besides that, I mean, there's nothing else realistically that's super huge in the news.
I was going to say the Colts are absolutely cooked. Did you guys see that Daniel Jones? I think he went 10 for 21. It's like, man, he should have that job. Like, he should have easily taken that job over.
Yeah, that's rough.
It sucks to be a Colts fan.
Yeah, that is pretty rough. Besides that, we're not gonna. Preseason's just so tough because you can't sit here and actually.
You don't want to overanalyze everything.
You like they do, like overanalyze. Man, like somebody could rush for 6 yards and they're like, he's gonna be the best running back in the NFL. It's like, okay, it's preseason. It's so hard to tell. Like, you put him with first team out there, who knows how he does. I would say Shedeur is definitely one where you can at least look and be like, all right, we know bro's at least got the skill to go out there and play a football game still, like with the Browns. Like, I think he should be, if I had to make an opinion, even before this game, I think he should be the starter week 1, if I'm giving my opinion. I don't think it should be Flacco. Like, what are you realistically getting out of Flacco? Like, I just don't think it's a good move. It's not Kenny Pickett. And Dylan Gabriel, actually, Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel are hurt. They both have hamstring injuries, so I don't even know when they will play. But it's not going to be Kenny Pickett. And then Dylan Gabriel, you can't. If you're not going to do Shedeur, you're not going to do Dylan Gabriel. And then obviously Deshaun Watson won't play this year. So in my opinion, it's got to be Shedeur. So I think he should be the week 1 starter for the Browns.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he's going to be. I think it's definitely going to be Joe Flacco. I think Shedeur could be the starter by the end of the season. I think they're going to progressively get to him, though. I think they're going to try out Joe Flacco. If it doesn't work out, they'll go Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett doesn't work out, Dylan Gabriel might get a game because, I mean, he's been getting more of the reps in practice, so I'd assume they like him a little bit more than Shedeur. I think they're going to try to hold out on Shedeur as long as they can.
I think, I think you can't start Shedeur. I think you can't start Shedeur even if he's the best quarterback. Like, if he's, like, miles away the best quarterback, I think you can. But if it's, like, close between him and any of the other guys, you got to start Flacco. Just because, like, I think it's easier to go to, like, all the bets on the Browns and be like, hey, we're trying to win. Like, Flacco's done this. Yeah, he might be old, but at least, like, he's an established veteran. In terms of, rather than do the guy who literally has, like, the worst resume on the team. Like, if you were to just look at blind resumes and pick which guy shouldn't start, it would be Shador. It means he's a 5th-round rookie. When you have a 3rd-round rookie, a guy you traded for, and a veteran free agent, like he just logically, it's like, okay, you don't want to start Shador. Like he is the worst case to make to the rest of the team. Like, hey, we're really trying to win, guys. Here's a 5th-round rookie. So, but I think you looked good. As much as I like Kenny, I don't think Kenny is going to start. I think him. I genuinely think if he was healthy, he would have had like a legit shot to start. But I think with him being hurt pretty much all fucking training camp, it sounds like he's had this hamstring issue for a while now. It's like, so they don't really know what he looks like. I think he's either going to end up getting cut or traded or something, because it's like they're going to keep Flacco. I think he's going to start. I think Shador's going to win the backup job by the end of camp or by the end of preseason. Then Dylan Gabriel, you're not going to give up on a 3rd-round pick. So it's like, okay, now you're talking about Kenny as like the emergency 4th-string quarterback. I just don't see the Browns holding on to him, unfortunately.
Colin, basically, you pick. Just go start with AFC, and then we'll go to NFC and just finish off with the NFC North.
All right. So just to clarify, am I going through all of them right now, or division by division? We take
division by division.
Yeah, just do all the AFC divisions first.
Yep, just do all the AFC division. You basically just pick the division we start out with, and then
okay. All right. Well, we'll start off with the AFC East because it's at the top of my screen right now. I have the Bills taking that division at 14-3. Don't know how that ended up.
There's gonna be a lot of. I don't know how that happened.
You want to know the worst part is that the Patriots somehow wound up at 11-6 and missed the playoffs at 11-6.
Oh. Wow,
which is a tough break for Mike Braver in year one.
Good lord.
Then I got the Dolphins in 3rd place at 8-9, and the Jets at 6-11. Some positive foundations towards the end of the year for Aaron Glenn there. Yeah, that's my AFC East.
All right, I will go next.
Follow that.
We're gonna make a couple TikToks out of these, aren't we, Dallas?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Thank goodness.
AFC East, I got the Bills winning at 12-5, the Patriots at 10-7.
Okay.
The Dolphins at 8-9, and the Jets at 6-11.
Were the Patriots in the playoffs at 10-7?
The Patriots were in the playoffs at 10-7.
Just wait until you hear my AFC West. It's crazy.
I have the Bills at 12-5, winning their division. Obviously, I have the Patriots at 9-8. I think I would rather have them at 10-7 like Dallas. Just again, one of those things where it was hard to figure out where to put stuff, but. I think the Patriots at 9-8, I feel like is great for them. I think like after this year, like they're gonna have a decent pick, and Vrabel's gonna do some off season things. Like it's gonna be I don't think this year is gonna be like they might make the playoffs or just miss it, but the following year for this year, I feel like is when the Patriots are gonna be back in full form, and Vrabel's gonna just take over. But from the thing where Vrabel he got in a fight at training camp, we didn't discuss that. But bro jumped into a fight and just started fighting people, and yeah, things have just been looking good for Patriots fans. So I have them at 9-8. I have the Jets at 8-9. I don't think they'll do as bad as you guys think. I think the Jets will be okay. I like Fields. I like Breece Hall. I think they've got a really good offense. And then I have the Dolphins at 6-11. I think this is Mike McDaniel's last year. I think Tua shits the bed, and I think this team is just at Tyreek's already said he kind of wants out. I don't like this team, and so I think they have a really bad year and a tough division at 6-11.
All right. I'm pretty similar to everybody else. The AFC East for my division winner, I have the Bills at 13-4. Then I have the Patriots at 9-8 and join the last playoff spot in the AFC. Then I have the Jets at 7-10. I think that's pretty solid for Aaron Glenn's first year. Then I have the Dolphins also at 7-10. Kind of like Marshall said, I think they end up trading Tyreek halfway through the year, maybe. I don't think it's McDaniel's last year per se, but I could see it being either Tua or McDaniel's last year there. I could see Tua being out after this year if they don't get their shit together down.
It is the shitty thing about you having to go last, Donnie, is like sometimes it is all just so similar, and you're like, yeah, you guys basically just said everything I
The
basically
only thing I
wanted.
had
So
different is a lot
Well,
of
just wait. Don't worry.
a handful of these guys. I mean, to be fair, this is also the easiest division to predict. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely the Bills, and then it's like, okay, the Patriots are getting second. It's just, do you have the Patriots as a playoff team or don't you? So,
Yeah.
like, that's the only real variance.
11-6, but not a playoff team.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I have a playoff team at 9-8.
I don't know.
Which is
Lord.
crazy.
Some random ass tiebreakers or something. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Well, you
So-
have a prediction of 17-0, I guess. That
Here we go. This is where shit starts to get wild. Here's my AFC West. To no one's surprise, I have the Chiefs winning the division at 14-3, which feels just like a game or two too high for me, but it, shook out that way. I would have, if you would just, asked me how many games do I think the Chiefs are going to win, probably would have said like 12. I wouldn't have said 14, but shook out that way. Then in second place, I have the Broncos at 12-5.
Ooh.
Then
Okay.
behind them, I have the Chargers at 12-5, which I don't
Holy
know if that happened. Again,
What a-
I would have said like 9-8 and like
What a
sneaking into the
division.
Raiders
playoffs.
also go 12-5.
Hang on.
the Raiders are also 12-5.
The Raiders are also above 500 at 9-8, finishing last in the division.
Bro, that is the best division in football history.
I do think the
I don't hate
AFC
it.
West is going to be like the NFC North from
I was
last
going to say,
year.
that's
this
literally
year.
like
they're
what
going to be a
happened
tough
with the
division.
North last year.
I kind
I
of,
don't think-
do
I don't
agree with
think
what
the-
you're saying. It's
I
going
don't
to be
think
really
the Raiders
good. I
are
just
going
don't
to be
think
as
that
good. I don't think the Chargers are going to win 12 games. It just kind of happened. I think this Raiders team is the inverse of what I did last year with the Vikings, where instead of like I thought they were going to be bad and they turned out really bad. I am like, Raiders could be sneaky good, win a couple games they're not supposed to this year. I was not expecting them to be 9-8.
I feel like before we all go, I feel like the Chargers.
I feel like the order is going to be very similar between all of us. The records are just going to be what changes.
I feel like the Chargers are about to have a big variance. That might be one of our biggest differing opinion teams.
I'm kind of high on the Chargers going into this year.
All
Two
right.
12-5 teams in the division is crazy though. 3 teams with more than 10 wins is crazy.
Wait, did all
Yeah.
of them make the playoffs other than obviously the Raiders?
Yeah,
Like,
it was so Chiefs are the 2 seed. Broncos are 5, Chargers are 7. So the Chargers stole that last playoff spot from the 11-6 Patriots.
All right.
All right. My AFC West. I got the Chiefs winning the division at 12-5. I have the Chargers at 10-7. The Broncos at 8-9. And then the Raiders at 7-10.
very similar.
A little bit more realistic, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Very similar to Dallas's by a couple wins here and there. I had the Chiefs at 12-5. I have the Chargers at 11-6, making the playoffs. I have the Broncos at 9-8, and I have the Raiders at 7-10.
All right. I thought we were going to have a lot of variance on the Chargers. It looks like it's just me. So the AFC West, I have the Chiefs winning the division at 12-5. I have the Broncos coming in second place, making the playoffs at 11-6. I have the Raiders coming in third place and losing out on the playoffs by tiebreakers. They're also 9-8, just like the Patriots. Then I have the Chargers going at 7-10. I don't know why everybody's so high on the Chargers. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be similar to what they were last year, but I don't think you can get away with Justin Herbert having mid-20s touchdown passes and not really improving the defense that much. And I think the running game will be better just because they brought in better running backs. But I'm not. There's nothing about the Chargers where I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to see that. I think they're still a very offense.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to the AFC South. This one sucks like it always does. I have the I have the Texans winning the division at 10-7.
Oh, so
Yeah. And
Okay.
then the Titans at 6-11, the Jags at 6-11, and the Colts rattled off a few wins towards the end of the season to save themselves a little bit and finished at 4-13.
Okay. My AFC South predictions. I got the Texans winning the division at 11-6. Right behind them, losing within the last 2 weeks of the season, the division, the Jags at 10-7. I got the Titans led by Cam Ward at 5-12. And you got the number 2 overall pick, the Indianapolis Colts at 3-14.
So I have the
I
Texans.
thought I was being a little too harsh on the Colts, but that makes me feel a little bit better.
I have the Texans winning the division at 10-7, making the playoffs as the 7th seed. I have the Jaguars at 10-7.
Oh,
Two
okay.
playoff teams out of the AFC South. Wow.
I think they are going to have a
Is that fueled by Travis Hunter playing both sides of the ball?
Plays every
not
season.
not as definitely. I mean, Travis Hunter's a great player, and I think he's going to do amazing. But there's a lot of other pieces than just him. I think
Clean sweep on the awards. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, MVP.
No.
That's next episode, Colin. That's next episode.
I think
They have to win more than 10 fucking games.
I think Liam is actually. I think Liam, the old Bucks OC, is actually going to be a pretty good coach, and I think T-Law is going to have a solid year. They've also got a really good rushing attack with Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby, and then Brian Thomas Jr., and then they have a solid defense if you look at it on paper. So I think they're going to have a solid year. And plus, their schedule, if you really look at it, they play AFC South teams, and then it's a pretty easy schedule. But I do have them getting in there.
Real quick, Marshall, just go back top to bottom again.
Texans at 10-7, winning their division. Jags at 10-7, sneaking in at the 7th seed. But losing the tiebreaker with the Texans. The Titans at 6-11, but I think 6-11 sucks. But again, there's nobody on that team. I think it's okay for them. I think a 6-11 where Cam Ward actually proves that he's a starter. I think that is in my opinion. I also have the Colts doing really bad at 4-13.
All right. For the South, I have the Texans going 9-8, winning the division. And then I'm a little higher on the Colts than you guys, I guess. I think they go 7-10 and take second place. I just think that's all faith in Stain Shiken, honestly. There's no other reason to be optimistic.
Having a team led by either Anthony Richardson
To
or
be fair,
Daniel Jones places higher
I said
than
4-13.
the Jags is crazy.
To be fair, I said 4-13, but we all forget that Jonathan Taylor's on that team. So
I don't think it matters.
No,
No,
it really doesn't.
To be fair,
Can he play quarterback?
I know as bad as AR and Daniel Jones are, and like how shitty that looks right now. Over the last 2 years, when Anthony Richardson has actually started and played games, they're 9-8 with him. So it's not like he's doing awful in stats.
Oh, no, Colin. Anthony Richardson might be back.
No, I'm saying I agree. Like he is not.
Draft him in fantasy, pussy. You
Like
win.
he is doing awful statistically. Like eye test, he's doing bad, but they're somehow winning games with him. So you know what I mean. I don't think they're gonna be like a 2-win team. 7 is optimistic. Like I wouldn't guess 7. I would guess more like 5, maybe 6.
9-8 feels like a wrong stat because I just pulled the stat the other day of how many games he started since high school.
I heard that.
I don't even think it's that many.
I heard that on a talk show, so that might be wrong. I think
that stat is wrong because I don't even think he started that many games in the NFL.
It
I
is
got
wrong.
fact checked. Fact checkers right now.
I'm pretty
No,
sure
I'm
the
going
wins
to.
was 9. Like it wasn't like they were 2-10 with him. Like it was okay, like an okay record. But then in
Anthony
third-
Richardson has started 17 games since high school.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck does that have to do with right? Okay.
That would make
Your
him still
stat was
9-8.
9-8 with the Colts, though, is what you said. So that counts as college games.
I'll refine. It won't work for the pod, but I will refine like what I saw and I will send it in. Because like I said, I didn't do my own research. Like I heard that on the show.
I feel like that can't be right though. That seems.
I'm double checking because
insane.
it says there's only 4 starts with the Colts, and I don't think that's right.
That is 9, close to right. He started 4 games his rookie year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he
That might
did
be
have
it.
a couple.
He started way
Maybe
more.
this article is
last
older than
year.
I thought.
Hold on, I already have it pulled up.
He's played more than 4 games with the Colts where he's tapped out of the game. Like he's played more. He's played more than that.
Yeah, he's played 15
Hang
games
on.
with the Colts, but that's games played, not games started. But
True.
still, there's no way. Like, there's no way 10 of those he
Still,
just tapped in
regardless,
automatically.
9-8 is incorrect. Anyway,
Either way.
Real quick, Donnie. Tony, go back top to bottom.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, we got way up. Yeah. So the AFC South, I had the Texans winning the division at 9-8. Obviously being the worst division winner, at least in the AFC. I had the Colts in second place at 7-10. I think Shane Steichen alone is enough to get second place in that division. I had the Jags at 6-11 in third place. I'm not optimistic about the Jags. And then I had the Titans at 6-11, which is pretty good for a rookie Cam Ward. For the Jags, I don't even think, if I was a Jags fan, I wouldn't really give a shit if they go 12-5 or 5-12. I more care about, does Trevor Lawrence look like a franchise quarterback? Because, you got to figure that out before you can, what's the sense if he goes out and he looks pedestrian and they win 13 games? I would be more mad at that happening than Trevor Lawrence looking like a fucking stud all year, and then you just have bad injury luck and you finish last in the division. I would rather make sure T-Law's the guy.
I do actually get what you're saying.
Yeah, no, the security at QB.
Because if not,
I don't think they'd be mad if they went 13-4 and Trevor Lawrence looked iffy. It's okay, well, their season's working out, but I do understand it's you gotta know if Trevor Lawrence is your guy or not. I think with this new head coach.
Yeah,
I think it's more he's been so up and down but
I don't think there's any way in hell they get over 10 wins if Trevor Lawrence isn't a guy. I just think
that's a fair take. That's a fair take. I'm just saying
but I do get what you're saying. Trevor Lawrence is on a year where he has a lot. He's got a lot to prove.
Regardless of what happens team-wise, I want him to look good if I'm a Jags fan, more than I want the wins.
All right, Colin, what's the next division?
All right, AFC North, wrapping up the AFC. In first place at 14-3, I got the Ravens. At second place, sneaking in at the 6th seed in the playoffs, I got the Bengals at 12-5. Third place, missing the playoffs and hopefully ending Aaron Rodgers' career with the Steelers having their first losing season.
There it is
under Mike Tomlin at 6-11. And then, to nobody's surprise,
6-11.
Yeah.
What'd you have
I am very low on the Steelers. I think it happens this year.
What'd you have the Browns?
2-15.
Okay.
I think this is the year that it happens. Wow. I don't like anything about this Steelers team other than fucking TJ Watt.
Wow,
okay.
The playoffs didn't surprise me. When you said 6 wins, I was like, holy fuck. It's all right.
They're bound to have a losing season eventually. He can't keep getting away with it.
I mean, I respect
Steelers 15-2 inbound.
Probably. Aaron Rodgers, another MVP.
All right, AFC North. I have the Ravens at 14-3, winning the 1 seed in the AFC. I got the Bengals at 11-6. I think they're gonna get over that rusty start, being they started Joe Burrow, and pretty much everyone started during this first preseason game, getting some of the rust off. The Steelers will finish in third. I gotta lay the groundwork for this. I got them at 9-8. They go into the final week of the season 8-8. Their last game's against the Ravens. The Ravens rest all their starters because they already have the bye, and the Steelers get that 9th win.
That's tough.
And then the Browns at 6-11.
I'm being very dead ass. If that scenario plays out, the Steelers are 8-8, the Ravens are they have their seed locked up. I could 100% see John Harbaugh saying, "Fuck you, Mike Tomlin. I'm playing all my stuff. You're getting that losing season."
100%.
Who was the coach that was upset at John Harbaugh because he got the rushing? Because he went the consecutive rushing games with 100+ yards.
It might have been Sean Payton. I know what you're talking about.
I don't think it was Sean Payton. I can't remember who. Wasn't it whoever the Broncos coach was? I thought
it was Sean Payton because that was only 3 years ago.
Well, it wasn't Sean Payton. I can't remember who that was.
I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
Who was the Broncos coach a couple years ago?
Before Sean Payton, it was Nathaniel Hackett.
I think it was him.
Probably.
But that is John Harbaugh.
There's no right to get mad at anything. Like,
AFC North, I have the Ravens winning their division and getting the 1 seed at 13-4. I have the Bengals coming in at 10-7, making the playoffs. I have the Steelers going 8-9 and having the losing record, and then I have the Browns at 4-13.
all right, not much variance for me. I also have the Ravens at 14-3, earning the 1 seed in the AFC. I know what you guys all just said. I'm buying in. I think the Steelers are going 11-6, and I think they're making the playoffs.
Hey,
We're
without
gonna come back
Najee
to
there,
this when we talk about the Lions.
This is my argument.
We're gonna
without
come back to
Najee
this
there,
when we talk
anything's
about the
possible.
This
Lions.
is my argument. This is my whole argument. Like, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be good, but I think, like, if you watch stuff, like Pat McAfee went to Steelers camp not too long ago and like had the players and shit on, and there was like a buzz. Like, it seemed like a very hyped up thing.
There was a buzz when he got to New York.
I know, but I think the difference there is like the Jets are happy when they sign somebody's backup and they think they're like, holy shit, this guy's going to be great. It's new. Like, I think that's more of a New York Jets thing. I think if the Steelers are hyped up, I think it means a little bit more because that's like a first class organization. I could be wrong. This is my most probably out there take.
No, it's not.
No, I think it probably is, honestly. But yeah, I have them 11-6, and I don't think the offense is going to be like fantastic, but I think it'll be better, and that's all you really need to win a couple more games. And then I have the Bengals at 8-9. I truly have no idea how you guys had them at 12 wins. I think this is going to be a exact clone of last year because like they didn't change anything. They drafted Shedeur Stewart, and like he might be good, but like so far it's been nothing but drama with him. Trace still isn't there. Like he's there, but he's not practicing yet. So he's there, but he's not there. So I'm just kind of like I think their offense is going to be good. I think their defense is going to be fucking awful. So I don't really see why they would be a playoff team. They're one of the first teams out, though, so I gave Joe Burrow his respect in that regard. And then, yeah, I had the Browns going 4-13. Again, they're one of those teams that's like, all right, let's just find a quarterback more than actually give a fuck what the season's about to look.
Man, Shador's their quarterback.
Yeah, I do think Shedeur
go
will be the starter by the end of the season.
Me too. I think Joe Flacco starts at least a month, unless he comes out and he's fucking awful. Like, I think he's starting at least a month and a half. Once they get like 1-7, and it's like, okay, now we'll throw in a rookie.
So backtracking to Donnie's take on the Bengals.
You need to go straight through because I talked halfway through.
Yeah, go real quick, just real quick.
Okay, AFC South, I've got the Ravens earning the number 1 seed at 14-3. Controversially, I had the Steelers at 11-6, grabbing the 6th playoff spot in the AFC. I had the Bengals going 8-9, and then I have the Browns finishing up in 4th place at 4-13.
To pinpoint the Bengals, I know I had them at 11. I think Colin, Marshall, you both had them at 12, right?
I had them at 10.
10. Okay.
I had them at 12.
So I think our logic is last year, even with the shitty defense, they were still 2 or 3 games lost by like a field goal. I think
9-8, didn't they?
They went 9-8. I feel like this year those field goals
They had a
actually go in.
phantom PI call against the Chiefs.
And those are all, like, that's 100% right. I 100% agree with that point. My counterpoint to that would be, okay, that all happened last year. Their defense was bad. And their offense was, like, historically, like, Jamar Chase was putting up fucking crazy numbers. Joe Burrow. Say last year their offense was an A+. Say it's a instead of 100 like it was last year, say it's a 92. Like, say they take a slight step back from how great they were last year. I just, like, even if their defense somehow gets a little bit better, I don't see them putting up the exact same offensive output and the defense getting better. I don't see it. So, you know what I mean? Like, maybe, yes, they have a couple field goal games go their way, but there's a couple games where they can't outscore everybody like what they did last year. And then until I see it, like actually visually see it, I'm going to bank them in for a slow start. Like, when I was going through, I think I had them going 0-2. Like, and I think they played the Browns and the Jags to start the year, and we've seen what my prediction is.
You had them losing to the Browns?
Or the
They-
Jet. And the
I
Jags.
believe they played the Browns week 1, and historically against the Colin, do me a favor and look it up, because actually Joe
It's
Burrow.
the Browns,
I
bro.
think-
The Browns are going to be so bad next year.
Yes, but guess what? Joe Burrow has to deal with the Browns defense week 1, so it's not like it's a total fucking cakewalk.
I do not care. I do not think it's going to matter. That's
Look, it
does not
disrespectful.
care.
Like,
This
actually.
is
Marshall does not.
I know
care.
that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy, but I believe Joe Burrow has only beat the Browns like 2 or 3 times his entire career. Like, he has historically struggled against the Browns. It's a division game, so it's not like it's the easiest game in the world, even though the Browns aren't good. So yeah, and like Dallas said,
If it's in Cincinnati, then that's especially crazy.
I think it's in Cleveland.
Joe Burrow is 3-5 against the Browns.
See, that's not good. Like, that's not, and the Browns have been shit. Basically,
It is in Cleveland.
See, like, that's not that crazy.
But to be fair, 4 out of those 5 losses were in the first half of his career. He is 2-0. He went 2-0 against them last year.
But like Dallas said, I like that they're playing all their guys in the preseason. Like, I think that's smart. They start so slow. I think that's something they need to do. But, and maybe this year with playing guys in preseason changes. I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna bank them in for bucking the trend before they actually buck the trend. Like, I'm gonna go with them losing games early until they finally break that trend of losing games early. I feel like that's not that unfair to do.
I guess, but I still think you're wrong. All right, moving on to the NFC.
3 wins.
We'll start with the NFC West because that's at the top of my screen. In first place and the number 1 seed in the NFC, I got the LA Rams at 13-4.
Wow. With broken back Stafford.
Yeah, I don't.
Sure, he was going to say that.
Yeah, this is another instance of it just kind of happened. I would not put them at 13-4 if you just asked me, without looking at their schedule, or like picking every single game that they have. How many games would they win? I don't know, probably like 11 if they're lucky. But it happened, so we're locked in. In second place in the NFC West, I got the Niners at 9-8. I honestly, heading into it, thought I was going to have the Seahawks and the Niners flipped, but again, just shook out that way. Then I got the Seahawks at 6-11 and the Cardinals at 6-11 in last place.
All right. For my NFC West, I also have the Rams winning the division at 11-6. 49ers at 9-8. The Seahawks at 8-9. And then the Cardinals in last place with 5 wins and 12 losses.
Okay. I have the Rams at 11-6, winning their division. I had the Niners at 9-8. I don't know why everyone's dogging on the Cardinals. I don't know.
I'm not a big Kyler Murray guy.
I don't.
Yeah,
I think
I'm out on
Kyler's a
Kyler
great
Murray.
I
athlete.
like Kyler
He's not
Murray.
a good NFL quarterback.
I think that's wild to say.
I think he's the only good player on the team, honestly. Like,
Oh,
him, Marvin Harrison
Mar-
is like the only redeeming.
I think him and Marvin Harrison are going to have a
Marvin
good
Harrison
year.
are-
Trey
I think Kyle Murray's at best the 3rd best player on that offense.
Trey McBride's very good. I have them going 9-8 as well. So I have them at 9-8 and the Seahawks at 6-11. I feel like a Kyler Murray team is better off than a Sam Darnold led team. So I'm more confident in Kyler Murray. Why is that crazy,
I know
Colin?
part of it was the coaching staff, and I know what I said about the Vikings last year, but we did just see a Sam Darnold-led team go 14-3.
Without Kevin O'Connell, I am still not convinced that Sam Darnold's a good QB.
Yeah, but 6-11 with
I
Kenneth
think
Walker in the
Yeah,
backfield.
honestly,
Come on,
that's kind of low, dude. Honestly, like, that's kind of low.
6-11.
that's exactly where I had him.
They lost DK Metcalf. They lost Tyler Lockett. They lost a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, but dude,
I don't know. I just think being higher on Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison as a duo,
And Sam Darnold and who?
thinking
Who's
that
their
they're
wide
going to
receiver
carry
JSN.
their team to a better
JSN.
record than.
And we've had barely ever seen JSN
JSN
play. He's been a wide receiver 3.
JSN and Cooper Kupp is going to be their top 2 wide receivers.
All right, we just saw Geno Smith play decent in Seattle for a couple of years. I
I'm
think
more
Sam Darnold
confident
is
than
probably better
Geno
than
Smith
Geno.
than Sam Darnold.
You think? Whoa! Did you just
Oh,
say Sam Darnold's better than Geno?
Wait, what?
I think he might be a better quarterback in Seattle than Geno was.
Respectfully,
In
respectfully,
Seattle, okay.
respectfully, that's fucking crazy.
That
I think
Sam
Geno-
Darnold's gonna be better than Geno Smith?
I had
In Seattle, yeah.
I think
had the-
Geno's miles better than Sam Darnold.
I had the Raiders going 9-8. Like a big part of that is Genty and like Pete Carroll coming in. But I think one of the biggest reasons they're going to win more games than last year is because of Geno Smith. Like I think Geno Smith to the Raiders is one of the biggest. Like
Yeah, respectfully, I'm looking at the Cardinals. I'm looking at the Cardinals depth chart and schedule. I think you guys are out of your mind if that the Cardinals are having 6 or 5 wins. Like they have a really good offense, like a solid offense. I don't know why you guys don't trust Kyler Murray. I don't know what he has done to you
Is there a
guys.
Call of Duty game coming out in the middle of next season?
Yes, there is. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Don't have him on
There
your
you go.
face
He's gonna take
that
off
month.
for a month.
I think there's a Call of Duty game every fucking year. But-
let me get into
Oh,
this.
look at that!
Let me.
I wonder
get
why
into
the Cardinals never
Oh,
are good.
hold on, real quick. Let me finish this off. And I trust Kyler Murray a lot more than I trust. Honestly, I trust Kyler Murray more than Brock Purdy. I would much rather trust
That's
Kyler Murray.
insane.
I
That's crazy to say.
I trust Kyler
That's
Murray more
crazy
than
to
Brock
say.
Purdy.
Man, I can't
That's
believe-
worse than the Geno Sam Darnold take. What are we saying?
I don't think it is.
I know. I think
How?
Kyler Murray. I think Kyler
You guys
Murray.
are way low on fucking Kyler Murray, dude.
Kyler
Like,
Murray is a good player, and so
Purdy
they
was
they,
an MVP candidate. What
they
are we
have-
talking about?
they
He
have a-
never should have been.
they have a solid offensive
I don't
line.
think he fucking
They have a
started.
top. They have a top 5 tight end, Trey McBride. Marvin Harrison Jr. has been really good. James Conner is also really good, and their defense is pretty solid. If you look at their defense, they have a lot. Jalen Thompson, Buda Baker, Will Johnson, I think could be very good as well as they picked him as long as he stays healthy. Zaven Collins, like Calais Campbell, Josh Sweat, they have a very solid team. I think you guys are way low on the Cardinals.
So
That may
Yeah,
be true, but we're not gonna stop talking about how Brock Purdy is definitely better than Kyler Murray.
I didn't say Kyler was better than Brock. I said I trust Kyler Murray more than I trust
And
Brock
that
Purdy.
is insane.
I trust Kyler Murray to win playoff games. That's right. Oh wait,
We know Brock
You-
Purdy's on a better team. And what
That's
happened
right.
last year?
I'm on Marshall's side, but I have the exact opposite kind of opinion on it. Like, I think Kyler is miles more talented. Like, I don't even think it's like.
Yeah, I think Kyler is a freak athlete. All right.
I
don't think he's a good NFL
he
quarterback.
makes Tom Kennedy look tall. What are we talking about?
That's fine. And I don't like short quarterbacks. Like I've been out on like I've been open with my not liking of Bryce Young solely because he's so small. The only reason I give Kyler a pass is because his arm is so good and he's so fast. If he wasn't those two things, I would not like him either based on his size. But no, I think Kyler is miles more talented. I think he's a much better quarterback prospect. I think he has a better arm. I think he moves better. I think literally everything about playing quarterback is better with Kyler. But I do, like, if I was going into a playoff game and the teams were the same and they're like, hey, you got one drive. Who do you trust more in this specific drive? Kyler or Brock? As much as I don't like Brock, you kind of know what you're going to get with Brock. Kyler has a very, like, he's not consistent. That's my real big problem with Kyler is, like, it's like, okay, when he's on it, he's fucking on it. But when he's not on it, he fucking stinks. So
Where
that's
would you rank him among starting quarterbacks? Like ballpark range,
top half of the
Kyler?
league.
top half of
Oh,
the league.
Kyler's a top 15 quarterback.
Yeah,
No, he's not.
I'm with Dallas on this one. I think he's just outside the top half.
I think he's good to be in the top 20 conversation, and that's
100%.
18, 19, 20.
That is crazy.
I would have put him in like 17.
I got him. I'm just putting this out there. I got him. I think he's better than Jordan Love. That's for sure.
That
Uh,
I don't
so
agree.
if that's the case,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, I don't
he's.
agree with
I
that.
still think he's probably like 15 or 16.
I have
As an
to-
athlete, yes. As an NFL starting quarterback, no.
Yes.
I think the problem with Kyler, I'm just gonna get into my takes and then I'll say this because it kind of blends with my predictions. The NFC West, I have the Rams winning the division at 11-6. The Stafford back worries me, but he's been such a trooper. He's always played through everything. Until he starts missing games, I'm just going to go with business as normal. This one kind of surprised me. I had the Niners going 11-6 and also making the playoffs. I am not a Niners fan by any stretch. I think that defense is going to be. I think the defense is going to be better in terms of coaching. I think it's going to be worse in terms of personnel because they lost everybody. Who knows with the offense with CMC and everybody kind of being in like an injury purgatory, I guess you could say. But I think their schedule is so easy. Like they have lucked out with like the easiest schedule. I think it is the easiest schedule right now going into the season. So I think they're a 7-8 win team that gets to 11 wins solely because the schedule is so fucking easy. So I will say that. And then I have the Cardinals at 6-11, finishing in third place. And then I have the Seahawks finishing last at 6-11. My difference here is I fucked with Marshall about like you gave one of them shit about having 6 wins and I have them both with 6 wins. So I was just being a dick with that. But I think the Seahawks are fucking crazy for the moves they made this offseason. Like moving on from Geno for Sam Darnold, I think.
You're reading Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. They're gonna be ass.
I think they had a couple of okay moves. Like I don't hate bringing in Cooper Kupp. Like
I'm not gonna lie, I did forget that they don't have DK Metcalf anymore. I did forget about that. I still had him at 6 wins though.
I think they are. I think they are just. Like I don't think the moves they made are going to make them like awful, but I think it's just
what
like,
happened in the last game against. We saw Sam Darnold against the Lions, where his offensive line was atrocious. The Seahawks' offensive line is atrocious. It's bad. He is going to fumble, and it is going to be bad. That defense might help. Even though the defense on paper is really good. Honestly, the Seahawks defense was not that good last year. But on paper, it is really good, so they might step up. But I think that offense is going to crumble.
My thing is, I just think it's honestly so crazy that you were like, Cardinals are like a cut above the Seahawks next year. I think the Cardinals are going to suck just as bad as the Seahawks do.
I know I have them with the same record. I think the Cardinals are going to be way better than the Seahawks. Like obviously not record.
The best. You might call me crazy. Best case scenario, this year doesn't go great for the Seahawks, but they still have a lot of. They have K9. They have JSN. They have They have good players on defense. They get rid of Sam Darnold. They have a top 10 pick, and again, it's a shot in the dark. But they throw in Jalen Milroe, and they have a good pick, and Jalen Milroe is their starter next year. I think that would be better than Sam Darnold. I'm not saying Jalen Milroe is better than Sam Darnold. I'm saying, I'm just hold your breath. I'm just saying that I think Jalen Milroe has potential to be very good. Obviously, I know Sam Darnold is a better quarterback because we've never seen Jalen Milroe play in the NFL. But I think if you brought in some more pieces and you let Jalen Milroe sit a year, maybe even 2, behind watching these quarterbacks, I think he could be okay on a Seahawks team.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Marshall. Honestly, I forgot they had Milroe. If you were to ask me before this predictions how many wins I think the Seahawks are going to have, I'd have said like 4. I think they are going to be. I just think, like kind of what he said, I think Darnold's going to be fucking awful. Like, the deal he signed, the way that
again.
I believe it's more. I believe it's more of like a 1-year deal in terms of like how the guaranteed money is moved around, so like they could get out of it, even though it was like a 3-year deal or whatever it was. I could see Sam Darnold getting benched like week 12 and then putting in Milroe, especially if Milroe has looked okay in camp. I just think Darnold's not going to do well there. I think he should have stayed with Kevin O'Connell. I would have done anything to stay with Kevin O'Connell if I was Darnold. But no, I think the Seahawks and the Cardinals are going to have the same record. The only reason I have the Cardinals that low in wins isn't because of Kyler. Kyler is the only reason I actually have them winning fucking more than like 2 games, to be completely honest with you. I think that coaching staff in Arizona is fucking awful. I think Jonathan Gannon sucks. I think the defense doesn't have good personnel. Like, I think they're going to be a worse version of the Bengals in terms of like defense ain't stopping fucking anybody. It's how much can you score. And I just don't think that offense is as good as the Bengals offense. So instead of having 8-9 wins like I have the Bengals, I have them at 5-6 wins. Is pretty much how I look at it.
All right.
I did not expect to spend that much time on the NFC West. I'll say that.
That one has a lot of
There's a lot of controversy in that kind of
that's
division.
fair. That's fair.
It's better that division than like the AFC South.
Well, it's better than us fucking all having the same 1 through 4 for every division. This is the only one we've really disagreed on.
Yeah, true.
I feel like that's our big first disagreement.
NFC East. I feel like I'm gonna get flamed for this one.
Oh no!
So I
Have the Giants win the division at 15-2.
I had 2 teams tied for first in the NFC East, but because of tiebreakers, obviously one team.
As long as it's the right
down.
2 teams, Colin, I think you're okay.
So the Eagles and Commanders at 11-6.
Okay.
Okay.
But due to tiebreakers, the Eagles got bumped down to second place in the division, and the Commanders win that division.
All right.
And then in third place, I got the Cowboys at 8-9, and in last place, I got the Giants at 6-11. I think the Giants will probably look better than their record, but I think they're just another year or 2 away from being like solid.
I feel like the
again.
Giants will look good for Brian Dable deserves better than what he's been given, but
Yeah.
that's about
By the
it.
way, I thought Jackson Dart looked great the other day in that preseason game. I don't know if any of you watched it, but he had some nice throws.
The problem is I know I only really saw anything from Shador. All the rookie quarterbacks look good, at least like on paper.
I was about to say, they said Cam Ward looked good too.
Good. Jackson Dart looked good. It's like, fuck, they all looked decent. Like, none of them looked bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this wasn't an instance of like wide open throws. There were some impressive throws that he made.
I don't know if
point.
you guys saw his touchdown, his first career touchdown. That was a
That was a dot.
I know this is getting off topic, but just like I saw someone say that like they should just get rid of preseason games all in all and do one, even though just because injuries, just do one exhibition game that doesn't count towards your record, but you play your starters. Like you basically play starters. I didn't know how I felt about it. Preseason is just so, I don't know.
That's very dumb because these are
with the injury luck that the Lions had.
I didn't say I liked it.
I don't
I was
want
just saying I saw the
touching
idea.
the field until maybe that last preseason game.
Even if we did that, just nobody would play their starters. It would just become these are exhibition games. It's not like these are anything other than that. These are just exhibition games.
I didn't say I liked it. I just saw it. don't play.
No, I'm just saying I don't like that. Whoever said that is.
I think realistically, maybe bump preseason games instead of 4 to 3 or 2.
Well, there's only 3.
Or 3 now.
Yeah.
Bump it down to 2. Bump it down to 2. Add an extra bye week, and I feel like that'd be better.
That's what it's going to come down. It's going to come to 2 preseason. They're going to add another bye week in the regular season and bump that to 18 games. Is how it's going to end up shaking out eventually.
Yeah.
All right, Dallas.
NFC East. I have the Eagles winning the division at 12-5. Commanders at 11-6. I got the Cowboys somehow still winning 8 games, so 8-9. And then I have the Giants at 4-13. Now, when I put the Giants at 4-13, I felt like that was super low. I think their defense is going to be really good, honestly, this year, especially that D-line. So I chalked it up to they were losing those 50-50 games, those one-score games. But yeah, that's what
kind of where my head was at too. Of I think that's why I said I think they're going to be better than that record, or at least look like it. They're just going to have some tough losses along the way that are going to pile up.
I have the Eagles winning their division, and I believe the number 1 seed at 13-4. Another dominant year. They have Saquon, and they didn't really lose much. I just think it's going to be another dominant year for them. I have the Commanders at 9-8. A little bit of a rough year. I just think the division got a little harder. Do what? Yes, they actually are a playoff team at 9-8.
And then I'm assuming Dallas, they were a playoff team for you too.
They were, yes.
I have the Cowboys with also 8 wins at 8-9. And then the same situation, I have the Giants at 4-13, but I feel like again it should be a little bit higher. I think Neighbors is really good, and I think the defense is okay. It's just the Giants are in a tough spot, so.
Yeah, good thing we argued about the last because this one we're all the same. Eagles 13-4, winning the division, have them as a 1 seed. I think they're gonna roll. Commanders at 10-7. I had them as one of the wild card teams. I have the Cowboys at 7-10. I think they're kind of like Bengals. Defense isn't gonna be shit, but the offense is just gonna have to outscore people. And that's if Micah shows up. We didn't talk about that, the whole Micah situation. He still isn't there, or he's there, but he's not practicing. So, and then same thing. I had the Giants at 4-13, but I think that if you were to ask me, I would have put them more towards 7 wins. I think just having that dominant of a D-line, because I think their D-line is going to be crazy.
That'll win them some games for sure.
I don't know if you guys have heard, but Abdul Carter is apparently unblockable. Like, he is supposedly, like, dominating everything Giants related.
We play the Giants. That's going to be scary.
I mean, the Bills were playing their ones at offensive line the other day, and he looked great against them. So
I think that D-line is going to be, like, it's going to be the best unit on a bad team across the league. Like, I think it's going to be. So, yeah, I have if you were to ask me, I'd put them more towards 7 wins, maybe even taking 3rd in the division, but it's hard. They don't have an easy schedule, so I have them at 14-3 and 10.
all right, moving on to the NFC South. Just like the AFC South, this division is awful. We got the Bucks at 9-8, winning the division. I got the Falcons coming in second at 7-10. And then I got the Panthers and the Saints both in that order at 3-14.
Holy.
Ooh.
Wow.
So you don't believe in
I don't believe in either of those two teams.
Wow.
Okay.
I honestly,
I can't wait to argue.
I probably would give the Panthers a couple more wins. This was one of those where it just, it shook out that way.
Man. Okay.
I was kind of shocked to see that myself. I would have given them like 6 or 7 wins probably if I had.
I don't know. You can't go back on it now. 3-14 is what you said.
Hey, I said that about the Vikings last year, and look how it turned out for them.
That's
No,
true.
you said 1-16 about the Vikings.
Bryce Young MVP.
Yeah, for real. Congratulations.
All right. NFC North winning the division.
Wait,
and-
whoa.
Oh,
You said NFC.
South?
You said
oh, my
NFC
bad, my
North.
bad. I was gonna say the South, but
I know. I actually thought you were
For
about to
some
read all
reason,
the
you said
NFC.
the North.
all right, my
Screw
bad.
you guys. I'm going my own road.
NFC South winning the division and the 1 seed in the NFC. I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 12-5.
Whoa.
Love that
1
pick.
seed?
1 seed.
I don't hate it. Don't hate it at all.
Oh, I don't hate
That's-
it at all.
That's sneaky.
Bro, their wide
It
receiver
sounds- it
room,
sounds
their
very
wide
good.
receiver room is one of the best wide receiver rooms, like, I think, in the past 5 years in the NFL.
Yeah,
If they're
but it
old-
has been for the past 5 years in the NFL.
No.
Yeah, but they
It's been
Mike
good.
Evans, Chris Godwin, and then they just added the guy from Ohio State. Yeah, they are actually going to be insane. Not to mention Bucky
It's
Urban.
It's been really, really good, and they added a 1st-round pick, so it should be, like, fantastic.
Yeah, listen to these these top
All right,
guys.
Alex.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin,
I
Emeka
expected this
Egbuka,
reaction.
Jalen McMillan, Trey Palmer, Tez Johnson, Sterling Shepard. Those are their top 7 guys, and all those guys are pretty decent. And then they have K-Dot.
My caveat for the Bucks this year is if their OC, whoever they brought in to run the offense, if that dude has a brain at all, the Bucks will not skip a beat. They will be damn good. If that guy sucks, is the only reason the Bucks fail, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was my thing. Is I feel like there's going to be at least a little bit of rust early in the season that they
It's
got to take
possible.
off with that. But
All
Well,
right.
anyway,
So NFC South, I got the Bucks not only winning the division, but the 1 seed at 12-5, followed by the Panthers at 7-10, the Falcons at 6-11, and I'm right there with Colin with the Saints at 3-14 with the number 1 overall pick.
I have the Bucks winning their division at 10-7. I had the Falcons sneaking into the playoffs as the 7th seed at 9-8. I have the Panthers at 8-9. Honestly, I'd switch the two. It's night and day for me. I could switch the two. Bryce Young looked amazing at the end of last year. I think they're gonna still. I think they'll still be a mediocre team because they've still got a lot to work on. But I think this year proves even more that Bryce Young will stay the starter. I have the Saints at 3-14. That's generous. I think they could be a 2-win team, or maybe even less. Alvin Kamara is the only bright spot I feel like in that team. Chris Olave is good, but
He's injury prone.
yeah, injury prone. The offensive line is okay. It's rough. They got rid of just about everybody. Tyrann Mathieu retired just to get out of there. But yeah, that team could win 2 games. I think they will win 3 just because of the division they're in. You can always sneak a couple out of maybe the Falcons, or we know Bucks Saints is always a dogfight, no matter how good or bad they are. So yeah, they're gonna be bad though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty similar with everybody.
Donnie's like, I actually have Spencer Rattler winning MVP.
Never forget that man wanted him to start over Caleb
Williams.
I remember.
Back when he was a USC fan.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm a UFC fan.
I have the Bucks winning the division at 11-6. I originally had them as the 1 seed until I kind of doctored my thing a little bit. So, yeah, I'm a big believer in the Bucks. Dude, call me fucking crazy, but I think the Panthers go 8-9, and I think they're the first team out of the playoffs. I don't know if it's Bryce Young respect. I'm glad Colin at least took the reins as the Bryce Young hater, having them win 3 fucking games. Like, I think that's crazy.
Yeah, like I said, it was on accident.
I think Tate McMillan is going to be so good. He's going to win you a game or 2 by himself. Like, I think he's going to be.
I would have given him
also,
like 6 or 7.
Real quick, just because I've seen clips.
Hubbard's winning at 3 games by himself.
And I've also seen clips in training camp. This man Hunter Renfrow is a dog. Like, I saw a clip of him running a slant route. That man is, and I saw the top comment was like, bro used to be a business manager, by the way. And it's like, bro is really, like, he is really underrated.
Yeah, I don't think the Panthers are going to be, like, amazing, but I think they're going to be good enough where, like, Bryce Young buys himself another year. At the Falcons going 7-10, they're, like, a very trendy pick to win the division and shit. I don't know if you guys have seen all that. I don't know why. I don't think Penix is going to be good. I think he's going to be okay. I don't think the entire, like, I don't know. I just don't believe in the team.
We're not believing in Kirk Cousins enough.
I think
you guys tried to tell me a couple years ago that he was like a top 15 quarterback or whatever, and now look at us, assuming he's not the starter.
I'm being dead ass. I'm being dead ass right now. If they were to announce Kirk was the starter over Penix, I'd probably give them an extra couple wins. I don't believe in Penix.
Did we not learn from last year?
I agree with Donnie though.
I don't see Kirk being that bad again. I think if Kirk gets to play this year, he's going to be better than what he was the last time we saw him.
No, I think the rust is
mid.
But no, I had the Falcons 7-10. Don't really believe in them. I gave the Saints a little bit more credit than you guys did. I don't think they're that fucking bad. I had them 6-11, finishing dead last in their division. Which, to be fair, this is my tied for my 3rd worst record, so it's not like 6-11 is like me giving them a huge compliment. I just think if they come out and they're like 1-4 to start the year, I'll agree with you guys, because they need to pile their wins early, because they're such a veteran-led team. Where like Cam Jordan and like the vets are going to be kind of beat down come week 10, 11, 12, shit like that. But no, I mean, I think they're going to get okay QB play no matter who they start. I mean, Rattler, I believe in more than most. What's their rookie's name? I can't remember.
Tyler Shaw.
Trout, yeah. Whatever his name is. He's looked okay in camp. Like, he's been in. I think their bigger problem is going to be just, like, not really having any star talent outside of Alvin Kamara. I think is kind of their biggest knock. But I mean, yeah, I don't think they're going to be number 1 pick worth that.
I would agree. That's why I have him as the number 2 overall pick. Moving on to the NFC North. I think I'm going to go reverse order for this one.
Yeah.
To lead up to.
Yep,
I like division winner. So in last place, in his first season in Chicago, Ben Johnson and the Bears at 6-11, 1-5 in the division too. And then in third place, also at 6-11, I have the Vikings.
Great.
2 years in a row of being super low on the Vikings. I was gonna give them like 8, maybe even 9 wins. Just heading into it, and it ended up at 6. In second place, the Green Bay Packers at 10-7, and the Lions, again, Kings of the North, 12-5, 2 seed in the NFC.
All right. All right, I'll follow that up with my NFC North predictions. Last place, I do have the Minnesota Vikings at 7-10. Followed up by the Packers at 8-9. I have the Ben Johnson-led Bears at 9-8.
Okay.
And then the Lions winning the division again at 10-7.
The fact that
playoff Bears?
What's that?
Playoff team Bears at 9-8.
It is a playoff team, Bears.
That's crazy.
Mine is very similar to Dallas's, just different order. I have the Bears at 7-10, losing the division. I have the Vikings at 8-9 in third place, 0-6 in the division. I have
Who's 0-6 in the division?
the Vikings at 8-9.
That's crazy. 8-2. What?
I at least gave them 2 divisional wins. What the
8-9, they don't win a single division game. Probably would change that just a little bit.
That's wild.
I have the Packers at 9-8. It is a playoff team, Packers. And then I have the Detroit Lions winning their division at 10-7.
All right.
6 wins. Here we go.
All right, in last place, the Detroit Lions.
No.
We're ready for it. You can't even move.
All right.
Yeah, I'm ready for some bullshit. This
Finishing
has
at
got to
the
be its
last.
own TikTok, by the way. This
Finishing.
Donnie's NFC North prediction has to be its own.
All right. Finishing in dead last, I have the Green Bay Packers at 6-11.
Disrespect.
Just don't really have any faith in them. I don't think they really did anything this offseason to get better. I shockingly have the Vikings in third place at 7-10. I feel like I should have gave them an extra win or two. Just if Kevin O'Connor can make Sam Darnold look good, I think he can make JJ McCarthy at least look okay.
I swear to fucking God.
And
If
then
this is the team that
Hold
I
on,
think
Colin.
it is.
Hold on, Colin.
Jesus, Colin.
And then I have week 18, Lions Bears.
Is this man in an earthquake here?
Sorry. I have the Lions and the Bears going into week 18, tied at 9 wins apiece. So week 18 for the division in Chicago, and I think the Bears blow the Lions out of the fucking water on national television. I think the Bears win the division at 10-7. Lions go
That's not as
9-8.
bad. That's not as bad as what I thought it was going to be.
Saying
I
they're
think
gonna-
that's
I needed to mute him, otherwise
Well, Colin, what are we
What
doing?
what we muted him for?
I think
I didn't want to hear the rest of the bullshit.
maybe blowout's a little strong, but I do think that final
Oh, okay.
game.
All right. Now I do agree with you because
think-
I was gonna say I honestly could see that happening. I could see us both having it at 9 wins. It's gonna be in Chicago,
hold on.
so
I'm not saying I'm not saying it's
Whoa.
not going to be a blowout. I think the Lions go in, and I think the score of that game could be 10-28. I think they thoroughly get dismantled. I think the Bears win the division. I don't think it's.
I don't believe in
Like
Caleb
what we did
Williams
to the
when the
Vikings
lights
last
are bright
year,
because every point in his career when the lights have been bright, he has folded like a lawn chair.
Who has?
Caleb Williams. Every single time the lights have been bright at any point in his career, every
that's
big
fine,
game
but-
he's been in, his team has lost.
Real quick, Lions playoff team.
I do have the Lions as the 7th seed.
Okay.
Sneaking in
Okay.
there.
7 seed
I'm
Super
not gonna
Bowl
lie to
coming up.
I'm
I
not
just
gonna
think
lie
it's
to you
crazy.
guys.
I do not think there is a world where the Lions regress so much and the Bears improve so much in one season with basically the identical schedule where it's a coin flip for the division? Absolutely not. No shot.
My thing is, though, like, I wish I could remember exactly how I had it, but
Lions would have to have another bad year for injuries. That's what would happen.
I think the Lions start bad. Like, I think they start, like, not good at all. And then I think I gave them 9-8 based on, like, rallying in the second half. Like, if I was to go game by game, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I think we lose week 1 in Green Bay, as much as I fucking hate that one. Opening the season in Green Bay is tough, and we've owned them so much recently where it's like they're due to get one. Then they play the Bears. I think they beat the Bears in week 2 in Detroit. Ben Johnson's second game ever as head coach. Like, I see the Lions winning that. I think they're getting blown out in the Ravens game. Then I think they play the Browns. I think they win that. I just see them starting not good. I think the coordinator
isn't terrible.
I think the coordinators is going to be a problem. I think offensive line is going to be a massive problem.
Leave Shep alone.
I think the defense outside of the coordinator position is going to be like. I saw something that the Lions were like ranked as like a top 10 defense in Madden. That genuinely like blows my mind. I think the Lions
like
are
fully healthy. Absolutely.
Statistically, we were.
I was about to say
They already healthy next year.
They already
Absolutely.
released. They already released the where they have the defenses ranked. The Lions are 7.
I think that is one of the craziest things I've heard in recent NFL history. Like, I think that's on par with a couple years ago, me like debating the Brock Purdy MVP argument. Like, I cannot believe the Lions are that high.
I don't understand why.
Statistically, we were though.
I was about to say
We were a top 10 defense last year.
It fell apart because everyone got hurt.
And I was
We're
about to say,
playing practice squad guys out there.
We
in
are-
the fucking playoffs.
This is my thing. This is what like is fucking aggravating.
we improved.
Like, for Madden to think that, Madden itself
Why are we
thinking
talking
that
about Madden?
doesn't super concern me. Like, Madden, like, on paper, yes. If everybody's healthy and everything's good, the defense has some pieces. I'm not gonna argue that. Like, I think it's an okay defense on paper.
Has some
Problem
pieces. We have the 2 best safeties in football.
And I think outside of that, we have an injured
We have a great defensive line. We have a great middle.
Whoa.
We have 2
Whoa,
great
whoa, whoa.
linebackers.
Whoa.
Yes, we have 2. We have a great defensive line. Hutch, DJ
With-
Reader, Tyleek Williams, Marcus
We have-
Davenport. I saw somebody read the other day that's going to be one of the scariest in the league. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know about without Aleem McNeil that being the scariest.
I think that defensive line.
I think once that defensive line is fully healthy, that is one of the best defensive.
I know
Lions
Aleem not being there is
I
gonna
think
be
everybody's
gonna
open.
suck, but they literally just came. I was reading something the other day that Tyleek Williams has been destroying people in training camp. Like, first team, he's been running over our players.
Yeah, I would argue that's more of a bad sign than a good sign. Like, that when you say that, my very first reaction is like, oh, that interior line.
Did we also not see the Hutch rule for practice? The Hutch rule they put out? Did y'all see that?
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, Hutch has been tearing it up in training camp. So yes, I think the defense is still better than half of the defenses in football.
I think my main divide on the defense, I guess, is like I think the secondary's okay. Like, I like the safeties, the corners are iffy. The linebackers,
We got better at corner.
I think I like the linebackers more than the average fan does. Like, I like Alex Anzalone a lot. I don't love Jack Campbell, but like I like Alex a lot. I think the big divide is like, I think everybody healthy, like playing their best football. I think it's like a fringe top 10 D line. I think with Aleem hurt, Hutch, I'm still not banking on Hutch being like great immediately. I'm banking on him having a slow start. TJ Reader, I think, has been disappointing, honestly.
He's been fine. We've already had this combo that DJ Reader was a top D tackle last year. He was one of the top run stoppers.
And then I think
just because he doesn't put up stats,
I think Marcus Davenport, who has barely played. I like Muhammad as a depth piece. If you're asking him to play like real snaps in big time games, I think that's a problem. I think right now, they have one of the worst D lines in the league. Because like that's a bad take.
I don't understand That's a
like
terrible.
I genuinely don't understand. Like, where is the optimism? Hutch, I get. I love Hutch when he's healthy and everything's good. I think to say, even with how
You have disregarded our rookie first round pick like he is a piece of garbage. You have not given him a single
We still
shot
got
at
playoffs
all.
to get to.
Just
Can we move
because,
on?
just for what reason though? Why do you not like Tyreek Williams?
I just don't.
Why? Why?
Why do you like him so much? That's my fucking
Because
question.
he was
Brad,
our first round pick, Brad. Everyone is
because he's the first. He was
no.
at
Again,
end of the-
I have
end of
not.
the
You
first
weren't. I have
round
not
pick.
finished. Brad Holmes has come out and said, like, if he looked at him all along and wanted that man. He was a Detroit guy and he was solid. Again, he has been tearing it up in training camp. He has looked so good. He looked good in college too.
Don, you can respond to this and then we move on.
You have no reason to hate. You literally have not even given this man a chance, and you're already like, yeah, he sucks. He shouldn't play. Like, why are we all of a sudden just like, no, he sucks when bro hasn't even gotten to play, and he was a first round pick.
I don't understand.
We know how good Brad
as much
Holmes is in the draft.
As much as you are like nailing me for being down on him, I'm thinking the exact same way. I'm like, why you're thinking so positive of him? Like, what reason do we have to think this guy is going to be fucking good?
We have, but
I think
that's
every
okay. So that's every first round pick ever. Why do we ever think they're going to be solid? Why were we excited about Hutch? Why were we excited about half the people we draft?
The reason I'm not super high on bro is like, if everything was good, right? Like, say there's no defensive line injuries, he wouldn't fucking start. Like, he would not start for us.
The point, because they knew Aleem was not going to play. That was mainly the point.
So in theory, if DJ Reader is playing as well as you think he is going to play or has played, and Aleem McNeil say he comes back week 10, then you have a first round pick who's going to be riding the bench.
DJ Reader will not come back after this year. This is his last year on his contract, and he's 32 years old.
So maybe I can be excited about him next year. I just don't. He's not a needle mover to me.
Okay, so next year he'll be good. This year he ain't
All
gonna
right,
be
we're
shit.
moving on. We got playoffs to talk about.
He's not a fucking needle mover. I just think that D line is not. I don't think it's good. I'm gonna be honest.
All right.
First off, no, Colin.
Oh my god.
All right, this last thing, and then we got to do playoffs.
I'm saying, why don't we do playoffs the next episode? It doesn't have to be this episode. It can be a cliffhanger, and we talk about our whole play.
The playoffs is gonna take 5 fucking minutes. It should not take long at all.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right. Starting off with the AFC side of things, got the Ravens hosting the Bengals. I got the Bengals with the upset. Chiefs hosting Chargers, took the Chiefs. Texans hosting Broncos, took the Broncos. Bengals at Bills, took the Bills. Broncos at Chiefs, took the Chiefs. Took the Chiefs to win the AFC. Moving on to the NFC, Eagles at Bucks, got the Eagles. Niners at Lions, got the Lions. Packers at Commanders, got the Commanders. Eagles at Rams, got the Rams. Lions hosting the Commanders, round 2, getting a rematch dub here. Got the Lions and Rams in the NFC Championship. And then I got the Lions moving on.
That's Donnie's worst nightmare. Donnie's worst nightmare in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, Rams, Lions.
Just know
NFC
that Lions
Championship,
Super Bowl,
he
Tyreek
would
Williams
not
had
be able
nothing to do with it.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
I said, just know that Lions make the Super Bowl. Tyreek Williams, he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, there's like a lot of layers to why that's Donnie's worst nightmare, honestly. And then Chiefs and Lions in the Super Bowl. I got the Chiefs taking down the Lions, unfortunately. But yeah.
All right. Tough to follow that one up, Colin. I'll be honest. First round of the
I don't need the
AFC
sarcasm.
Okay. My bad. First round of the AFC side, I got the Bengals going to Houston, getting the win there. I got the Chiefs home game against the Chargers, beating the Chargers. And then I got the Bills beating the Patriots in Buffalo. Next round, I got the 3-seed Chiefs at Buffalo, the 2-seed. I got the Bills finally beating the Chiefs. I got the 5-seed Bengals at the number 1-seed Ravens. I got the Ravens getting it done. AFC Championship game, Bills at Baltimore. I got the Ravens making it to the Super Bowl. On the NFC side, I have the 4 seed Lions hosting the Commanders once again, this time getting the dub. I got the 3 seed Rams hosting the 49ers, also getting the dub. And then I got the 2 seed Eagles beating the brakes off of that 7th seed Bears team. Next round, I got the 2 seed Eagles hosting the 3 seed Rams. I got the Eagles winning that one. Similar game to last season. I have the 4 seed Lions going to Tampa Bay, the 1 seed, losing to Tampa Bay. I got Tampa Bay hosting the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. And I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers making it to the Super Bowl to face off against the Ravens. And the Ravens beat the Bucks. And your Super Bowl champions are the Ravens.
That would be an entertaining Super Bowl.
That would be.
Be a great Super Bowl.
Baker playing in a Super Bowl would be crazy.
I kind of need to see that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think the world could be healed off of that.
Except for Browns fans. Browns fans would be on top tier fucking watch.
100%. Yeah.
In the AFC side, I have a rematch. I have the 5 seed Chargers facing against the 4 seed Texans. It's exact same scenario as what happened this last year. Except this time I got the Chargers winning. I have the 3 seed Bills against the 6 seed Jaguars. I have the 6 seed Jaguars actually beating the Bills on that one, and the Bills just choking it.
Whoa.
What a fucking...
I have the 2 seed Chiefs beating the 7th seed Bengals. And then that is the 2 seed Chiefs against the 5 seed Chargers. I have the Chiefs winning that one. And then the 1 seed Ravens against the 6 seed Jaguars. I have the Ravens winning that game. That makes Ravens versus Chiefs. I have the Ravens going to the Super Bowl. And then same scenario again as last year on the NFC side. I have Bucks at the 4 seed, Commanders at the 5th seed. Except this time I have the Bucks winning this game. The 3 seed Lions versus 6 seed Packers. I have the Lions winning. The 1 seed Rams against the 7th seed Falcons. I have the Rams winning. And then I have 1 seed Rams versus the 3 seed Lions. I have the Rams beating the Lions in LA. And then the 1 seed Eagles beating the 4th seed Bucks. That makes Rams versus Eagles. I have the Eagles going back to the Super Bowl. Ravens versus Eagles. I have the Ravens winning the Super Bowl. And Lamar getting his first Super Bowl win. As much as I'd love to see a Harbaugh ball, as what Colin would say, I don't have one.
Yeah, so far I don't hate any of these. I'm gonna start off with a fucking banger. I'm not gonna lie. I have the 3 seed Chiefs hosting the 6 seed Steelers, and I have the Steelers winning.
Christ.
This is more. Hold on, before I think that's more. I think it's more of that.
I think that alone needs to be clipped for a TikTok and all of our reactions.
Believe it or not, like that is not more of a Steelers thing to me. That is more of a Chiefs thing. I think the Chiefs have. This would be their 4th, or they've gone to the last 3 Super Bowls. Like they have just had so many long seasons. I think they're due just for like a not good. This would be a Super Bowl hangover for them. A 11 win season I think I had them, and losing the first round of the playoffs. They're not going to win all these playoff games. Like they're not just going to keep making.
Yeah, but to this Steelers team,
that sounds crazy. But I don't know. I think the Steelers are going to be better than what we think.
Of course, the Steelers do good their first year without Najee.
Thanks.
All right. Then I have the 2 seed Bills blowing the fucking brakes off the Pats. Then I have the Texans meeting the Broncos. I have the Broncos winning that one. Then I have the 1 seed Ravens hosting the 6 seed Steelers. I have the Ravens winning that. I have the 2 seed Bills hosting the 5 seed Broncos. I have the Bills going over on that one. And then it is neither of them have Mahomes in their way. I have Lamar and the Ravens versus Josh and the Bills. And I also have the Ravens making the Super Bowl. So 3 of us having the Ravens make the Super Bowl kind of concerns me. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, then on the NFC side, I got the 4 seed Bears hosting the 5 seed 49ers, and I have the Bears winning a playoff game. Then, good lord. Then I have the 2-seed Bucks hosting the 7-seed Lions. I think that's going to be a tough game. I do see the Bucks pulling that one out. The 3-seed Rams hosting the 6-seed Commanders. I have the Rams going over on that one. And then we got the 1-seed Eagles versus the 4-seed Bears. Give me the Eagles. And then the 2-seed Bucks hosting the 3-seed Rams. Give me the Bucks. So then we got an Eagles-Rams NFC Championship game. Like I think almost all of us predicted. I'm going to go with the Rams. That gives us a Ravens-Rams Super Bowl. And I think Lamar finally gets the monkey off his back and he wins himself his first Lombardi trophy.
All right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
be fair-
I'm still not over the Steelers thing. Fuck you for that.
I'm not going to lie. What's crazier? The Steelers making the playoffs and like maybe
Yes.
winning a game? Or the fucking Jags going and beating the Bills? That's absurd.
The Bears
No,
winning a
it's just-
playoff game is
It's
just
just
the
worse.
Bears
the,
win a
the
playoff.
compounding
The Bears is
picks
definitely
from you
worse than
have
that.
been horrendous tonight.
To be fair, the only thing I really was out there on was the Steelers. And
I just it's
we
just
all had a
it just
playoff
blows my mind just how much you just shit on the Lions for like their defense and all this stuff, but you just if you look at the Bears, they're worse. Like you act like the Bears are
Again-
great.
Again, I'm not. I think the Bears are going to be like. I have the Bears more so winning a playoff game because they draw the 49ers. Like I said, I have the 49ers
They're
winning
still
the.
a worse team than us.
I think the 49ers, even though I had them winning 11 games, I think they're more of a 7-ish win team that gets the benefit of a good schedule. And then it's like, okay, the 49ers have to go on the road to Chicago outside in January. Like, I think the Bears can win that
Remind me who you had the Lions losing to?
game. The
Bucks?
2-seed Bucks.
Ah, all right.
Which is,
Fair
I was
enough.
waiting to get flamed on that, but that is the exact same
the,
scenario
the,
Dallas
the
has. Except
Bears,
Dallas has
the
Bucks.
Bears are not a better team than the Lions.
I just think.
I do admit that is a better draw than the Lions had, but
It's one of those things.
Bears
like,
shouldn't
when
have even been there in the first place. That's the Lions' spot. anyway.
when I went through the regular season, a lot of it is just like the Lions have beaten the Rams so many times in the last couple of years. They've beaten the Bucks so many times in the last couple of years. I think like the Bucks and the
Just
Rams.
Wait, what?
I
No,
think those
no, they haven't.
we have
Bucks
not
just
played
beat
the
us
Bucks
last year.
in consecutive years. Yeah,
What
okay.
the-
We
lost last year to the Bucks.
yeah, but then the year before that, in a more important playoff game, we beat them.
Okay,
And then we have beat the Rams multiple times. Okay, I'm just saying like the games where we like keep. I'm saying the games where it's like they're close and it's a good team that we just keep barely beating. I think a
Sure.
couple of those teams get
If
those.
you
maybe the
as
Lions
a
are just good.
as
and
a
beat them
huge
anyway.
as a huge Lions, I was going to say as a huge Lions fan in the Patricia era, the one things the Lions always did the best was they always performed the best against good teams, and we always beat them.
They always play to
every-
the competition.
I was about to say, I know we play the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Eagles, the Commanders, the
For better or
Bengals.
worse.
I still think we beat most of that. Like I think we can beat the Chiefs. I think we can beat the Commanders. I think we can beat the Bengals. I don't think just because those really good teams is not gonna stop Dan motherfucking Campbell from not winning those games. I just think we'll be fine. I think we'll drop a couple of them, like the Eagles, maybe, the Ravens. Even though I think we can beat the Ravens. I honestly think we can beat the Ravens.
I think the Ravens is the one team we have on the schedule. We have no shot.
I think you're crazy for saying that we have no shot. Like we weren't a team. We weren't the number one seed in the NFC last year. Like we had a better record than
With
the
a
Ravens.
mash unit on
Yeah,
fucking
we
both
had
sides
a
of the ball.
we had a better record than them last year. The only reason.
The
Go ahead,
Ravens. The Ravens
So
are
saying I understand saying we're losing, but saying we have no shot means you do not know what you're talking about.
I mean, we were pretty good a couple years ago, and the Ravens literally like blew the doors off of us. Like, I think the Lions are better
I mean,
than
shit
what they were.
happens. You know,
I think the Lions are better now than what they were then, but I think the Ravens got much better now than what they were then. Like, I think it's more of a matchup thing more so than it is like the Ravens are just so far ahead of the Lions. I think it's more like the Lions have always struggled against running quarterbacks. That's why Daniels beat the shit out of us in the playoff game.
I think Daniels beat the shit out of us because we had four
Practice
stringers
squad
out there,
guys playing.
yeah, running
fucking
around.
trying to guard Terry McLaurin.
It was
Man,
anybody. I feel like any team. I feel like 20 teams in the NFL could have beat us that day because of how injured that team was.
The moment I can't remember who it was that got hurt like 3 plays into the game on defense, but the
Was it
moment
Meek?
he went, it
It was
wasn't
Meek Robertson.
Yeah,
We
the
had-
moment he went down, I was like,
we
well,
had
there goes
Kerryon
any
Arnold.
semblance of hope we
We had
had.
Kerryon Arnold as our sole cornerback. Everybody else, Stanley Thomas Oliver was our CB2 after Amik went down within the first 2 drives. That was our cornerback too.
I think we're having a little bit too much revisionist history in terms of like, how were the Lions ever supposed to win a playoff game with that defense? It's like, I mean, they won 15 games, and given the defense wasn't that hurt all year, the defense was that hurt for half the year. Like it wasn't it wasn't like we had 12 wins, the defense got hurt, and then we went 50-50.
But
like
that's why once we faced a running quarterback, we didn't have because we had no experienced guys out there to do anything about it.
Hold on. You just said you think there was 20 teams that would beat the Lions that day. I don't think that's true. I think they drew one of the only teams that were going to beat us that way. Because it was, like you said, Amik went down, Colin, and that's when, like, oh, shit, there's our last semblance of, like, and I get that, like, figuratively, like, oh, another fucking guy going down. But, like, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think Amik fucking mattered at all. It's not like they threw the ball all over us. They just we could not stop them on any third down.
I think definitely Amik going down had a huge outcome of that game. I think Amik.
It's not like Jane Daniels threw for 600 yards in that game. He fucking killed us with his legs. You know, like, no. And then, again, like, I don't think Lions defense is getting enough back.
Jane Daniels threw for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Most of that shit was, like, on scrambles, though. It wasn't like
he only rushed for 50 yards.
Yeah, but what about fucking Eckler and Brian Robinson?
Brian Robinson went for 70. Eckler went for 40.
All those third downs, dude.
I also
Yeah,
think it was
De'Ami
kind of
Brown.
an
Funny
adjustment
enough,
against
De'Ami
Terry
Brown,
Buffalo
the
about
guy
40
that
times in
Amik
that game.
was guarding, because Terrion was on Terry, the guy that Amik was guarding went for 98 yards because Amik went down. De'Ami Brown went for 98.
Anyway, like I said, I think you guys are way too optimistic about the defense. That's, as much as I'm scared about the offense, that's like the number one reason I'm trepidatious about. Like, I just don't understand why everybody's so high on the defense.
Because our team's healthy.
I'm done talking about the Lions defense.
Yeah, can we?
Not fucking
we got it.
healthy. I
Yeah,
don't
'cause
understand why we
It's
keep
just
saying
circles at this point.
We have
trivia?
one injury. We have one
It's just
injury.
circles.
We got
One-
trivia?
We had how many people on IR last
I'm
year?
afraid to do what I had planned, honestly, with how long this is taking.
I mean, it's your call. If you want to save it for like next week, we can do that.
We have one player injured. How are we not healthy?
I'm gonna do it just so we can end this conversation.
I really don't want to do trivia. Hang on. We've been
All
doing
right,
this for
then
an hour
end
and
the
15.
pod.
Okay, thank you.
Jesus Christ, bro argued about the Lions defense for 45 minutes. Now he's mad. I don't.
You
want
both are arguing about the fucking defense for 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Jesus.
but I'm still willing to do the trivia. He's pussing out.
Well, we have been going for an hour and 20 minutes.
All right, wrap this bitch up. Jesus Christ.
Okay, yeah. Can we mute this man? Like, you do anything on the podcast except here. Yeah, thank you,
Why
Colin.
the fuck are
Thank
we-
you, Colin. No, Colin, take it, put it back. Thank
Put
you.
it-
Colin, put it back. All right, we're good now. We will
Back to
see you
back to back
guys
to back.
in 2 weeks when we are going to consecutive podcasts again, back to every week because of the NFL season starting back up, so we can do our week-to-week predictions. And obviously, we're going to be keeping score like we were last year. And I think the first year Donnie won, and then last year I believe it was Dallas.
It was
Yes,
Dallas.
I was correct. So we'll see who can take home the crown
I'm
this
choked.
year. I think we're all just excited to have the NFL season back. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks to do our award predictions, and then kind of just talk about some, stuff before the NFL season happens, before we get into that week 1. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you all next week. Make sure you go check out our TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that stuff. Dallas has been putting in that work. So make sure you go follow us on TikTok, on all of our social medias, just to support. So appreciate you guys, and see you guys in 2 weeks. Peace.